Welcome to
EPLACE,
the space for
general talking,
about all things entertaining. Welcome back to our comic book movies ranked, part 4.
What?
Yes, so to give a quick catch up, we will get up the list.
The list of the movies that we review until the moment.
Yeah, well, not really review, just talk about. I guess we did kind of review them, didn't we? Said good and the bad and the nerdy.
Nerds. Nerd alert.
You know what? I can't even find the list now. That's crazy.
I cannot help you because my computer is dead.
Ah, no. Ah, right, okay. We talked about, in the first episode, Catwoman, X-Men Origins Wolverine, Batman v Superman theatrical, Four Stick, the 2015 Fantastic Four, Thor: The Dark World, and then in the second episode we talked about Iron Man 2, 300, Spider-Man 3, Batman and Robin, and Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I said Iron Man 2 twice.
Yes, you said.
Because I've actually moved Iron Man 2. I had Iron Man 2 at the bottom of that 5, and I've moved it up above Batman and Robin.
Yes.
So we would have talked about Iron Man 2, 300, Spider-Man 3, and then Batman and Robin. We only did 4 movies that time, and I've moved it now above. So that's a little update. And there is another film between 300 and Thor: The Dark World that we're going to talk about.
Which one?
Hellboy, the new one.
No.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but I did put it low because it's not great either.
No, it's not. But it's better than Blade 3.
As a comic book movie, it's actually pretty amazing. But as a movie, not that great.
It's better than Blade Trinity.
Oh, yeah. I don't even have that film on my list. I think I've only got Blade on here. Just because I can't really remember Blade 2 and I didn't really care about Blade 3. But Blade, the original, was great. In part 3, we talked about Hulk, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Hellboy 2, and Avengers Age of Ultron, and Batman Forever. Yeah, because we did 5 films in that.
Mm-hmm.
However, there is another film that I've seen recently.
Let me guess.
And it's down this low.
Birds of Prey.
No.
Damn.
No. Hold on. Have I actually put that in? Yes, I have. And it's not that low. It's not that low. As you guys might have heard in the last episode, we did do a review of Birds of Prey.
But someone lost it.
But I lost the episode. I was cursed on the Friday the 13th of March.
I was cursed. I was in the hospital.
You was. Yes, Helder was in the hospital for a few days, but he's back to
business, baby.
Back to fighting strength. Hold on. And then that's where we started talking about the Star Wars special. So we only did 3 parts. Now, obviously, this list isn't yours, but either way, you give your own insight telling me how stupid I am putting certain films this low down or this high up or whatever.
That's your opinion, bro.
Yeah, man. But I mean, this is my list. Obviously, if we did your list,
we agree on 90% of the list. So
yeah. I think it's Batman Forever that you really liked and I didn't love. Although nostalgia for me.
Yeah, nostalgia for me.
There's just a lot more films that I put above it, personally. But no, the new film that we need to talk about that I've put between Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Hulk and that is Superman 4: Quest for Peace.
Oh, I didn't saw that one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's the one where he...
But it's not as bad as some people said.
It's the one where he goes back
good.
in time by flying fast.
No, that film is amazing, but the ending is terrible. And that's the original Superman film.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of people love that film. I do. I just don't like the ending. The ending's just stupid. No, so Superman 4: The Quest for Peace was when the Atomic Man was created from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's not the interesting part. That's the stupid part of the film. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So, I don't know. Should we start off with Hellboy 2019, then Superman
Because at least I
4: Quest for
watched that
Peace,
one.
and then we'll do another 1, 2, 3, 4 films. So we'll do about 6 films for this episode.
Yeah, it needs to be fast then.
And this is all we'll be talking about this episode. Watch out for episode 15, where I try and guess the film that Helder is thinking of. That's going to be fun. Not. No, it is. No, so we're gonna do Superman 4: Quest for Peace, Hellboy, and another 4 films new that are on the list in the order that we've got. But before that, I have a quiz for you.
No! Yeah, okay.
Mr. Phillip. Right, okay, so in the quiz you'll have 10 questions. You'll have 1 life, which means if you get an answer wrong, then you can start again. Also be listening out for the theme songs, because that is part of the game. That'll be one of the questions. Sometimes, not all the time. We won't do any image questions, because it's kind of pointless for our viewers. Or listeners, should I say, because there aren't viewers, it's listeners. Hopefully we won't get copyrighted when I do play the theme song. It is actually entirely through this quiz, this Trivial Quiz Movies app that I've got.
Okay, so let's start then. And
we will also be keeping a track of scores, as in records. Okay, the record scores.
Okay.
So the quicker that you answer, the more points you're going to get.
Okay.
Okay, so without further ado, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You don't need to do a little bit of workout or
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm actually scared for you. Okay, so I'm gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1. The movie The Wolf of Wall Street was released in which year? 96, 2005, 2013, or 2001?
2013.
Correct. Which of these actors played in the movie Back to the Future in 1985? Kelly Rohrbach, Daniel Huddleston, Michael J. Fox, or Zhu
Michael
Zhang?
J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, yes. Correct. Who directed the movie 50 Shades? Freed, 2018, Oliver Stone, Paul Verhoeven, Stanley Kubrick, or James Foley?
I have no fucking idea, so I'm going to say the first one.
Oliver Stone, 50 Shades Freed, is incorrect. You've lost a life. But you get another chance. Who started the movie The Hobbit: Unexpected Journey with Richard Armitage? Is it Sharon Stone, Ian McKellen, Philip Baker Hall, or Elizabeth Mitchell?
Ian McKellen?
Yes, correct. Gandalf. Who directed the movie Castaway 2000? James Cameron, Hamilton Lusk, Joel Cohen, or Robert Zemeckis?
I have no freaking idea.
I know this one. You're going to answer correct.
I will go for the fourth one.
Robert Zemeckis is correct.
Yep.
Well done. In the movie Grown Ups, who plays the character Lenny Feder? Chris Rock, Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler, or Kevin James?
Adam Sandler.
Lenny Feder is Adam Sandler. Yes, correct. Who directed the movie Justice League? Zack Snyder, Christopher Nolan. Zack Snyder, correct. Yes. If it said Joss Whedon in there, I'd have thrown my phone. Who starred in the movie Captain America: The Winter Soldier with Scarlett Johansson? Was it Tim Post, Joe Beth Williams, Samuel L. Jackson, or Michael Chow?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes. Well done. This is going to be a good score. Which of these actors played in the movie 300 2006? Brandon Arrett, Gerald Butler, Abigail Bray.
Gerald Butler.
Yes, it was. Yeah. 9 out of 10. What is the movie What is the name of the main character in the movie The Purge 2013? Mary Sandin, Henry, Polite Leader, or Zoe Sandin?
What is the name?
The name of the main character in the movie The Purge.
Oh.
Mary Sandin, Henry, Polite Leader, or Zoe Sandin?
Zoe.
Zoe Sandin is incorrect.
Damn.
No, it was Mary Sandin, so you were close. Damn. Which of these actors played in the movie The Dark Knight 2008? Michael Nouri, Christian Bale, Eddie Marson?
Christian Bale.
Yes, it was, yeah. What's the point even going through? You're going to know that. So, no theme songs to guess this time round.
Mm-hmm.
But you have got a 90% accuracy, meaning that you lost a life and you gave another incorrect answer, but overall, 90%.
But it's still a B plus, yeah?
It's a B. So A, B. 9 out of 10. You got 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 because you're given that extra life. Sometimes they might, or if you get a question wrong, that's fine. That'll give you another, maybe an option to guess again on that same question. Or sometimes, they'll just give you a new question. Depends, whatever. But your score, though, is 6,491, which is actually pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm mesmerized with myself now.
So, that ends the quiz for this episode. Until next time.
Okay,
you're going to probably quiz me,
I'm going
right?
to beat myself. What? I know I'm going to ask you, yeah?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you've got to be quick at asking the questions, though. Kind of like I was like, I was afraid that you might not have heard me some of the times, but either way, let's jump into the comic book movie ranked.
Yeah. So
Hellboy 2019.
I don't understand why people hated that movie. It's a funny movie.
Generic storyline, over the top gore, maybe.
Okay, and I would like if the original Hellboy come back for this one, but he's kind of old now, yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculously over the top.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah, that's what I kind of loved about it. It was just so over the top, so bizarre, bonkers, balls to the wall. But the comic book is like that.
Duh.
Maybe just people don't like the Hellboy comic, and I think some of the backlash.
It's not as good as the original ones.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yes.
So, see, that's why I've put it as low, because it's not as good as those. As a movie, as a comic book adaptation, it's actually pretty damn good.
I don't know. I never read.
No, I've not read them in depth, but I know enough to see that they got the tone right. Like it was pretty dark and gothic, and there was sort of like dark humor behind it all. It was just kind of like with it,
and people being smashed in the face.
They could have been a little bit more serious, I think, compared to the comics, but overall,
it was a nice movie. Come on.
Yeah, and the special effects and the puppetry, especially with the pig. The
Hawk guy.
Oh my god, that was disgusting. It was disgusting but brilliant. And the witch and it's just completely gross out film.
I think I just saw it once, so I don't. It's one of those movies that you see once every 10 years, and you're okay with that?
Yeah.
To rewatch it?
It's definitely a throwaway film, but it's a fun throwaway film. You know,
but the story it is. He was trying to kill some giants, but then the guys were trying to kill him.
What? No. The woman, the witch, wanted to marry him, didn't he? So then
release something, yeah.
To release hell, basically. Become the kings to rule the world and unleash hell upon Earth. Because at the end, you've got those weird monsters that are just killing people on the streets of London in the most horrific way possible. Which, again, was fun if you're into gore. Like, I I was more into gore as a kid. Nowadays, I don't really care for it, but I can enjoy when a film is being over the top in that way.
What's a funny 1 hour and a half?
My favourite thing, though, is got to be David Harbour as Hellboy.
Say again?
The guy who played Hellboy, David Harbour, who comes from Stranger Things. That was him. That's my favourite thing about the film.
Yeah, the actor was good, but I prefer the original one. Yeah.
You think Ron Perlman was better?
Yeah. He was more sarcastic.
I can't remember. Did he love the kittens in this one?
Second?
Was he like a fan of cats in this one? I can't remember.
I don't think he ever.
Because I always loved...
Is that thing on the comics, yeah?
Yeah, and there was something in the original, the 2004 one. Yeah, I love the fact that he's this big brute of a guy and he just loves cats.
How can I say, Jeffy? Hellboy likes you.
Yeah, man.
No, I think that the original movies, he was much more sarcastic. Yeah, so that kind of dry humor that I appreciate.
So I put it above. It was nearly in my top 5 worst films.
Wow, it's not that bad.
It's above Thor: The Dark World, Fantastic, BVS Theatrical, X-Men Origins Wolverine, and Catwoman. But I don't think it's as good as 300 or Spider-Man 3 or Batman and Robin or even Iron Man 2.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Batman and Robin.
Yeah, but I enjoy Batman and Robin because
anything is better than Batman and Robin.
Yeah, but there are some really amazing things in Batman and Robin and nostalgia for me.
Tell me once.
Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy.
Okay, give you that.
And
that was basically the thing. And
George Clooney was actually a pretty good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it was just a shitty Batman.
Yeah. And as much as he doesn't suit Victor Fries, he is a fun part of the film.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, man. And Alicia Silverstone as well as Batgirl isn't terrible.
Okay. So we talk already about Hellboy. What is the next movie in your list?
Another newly one that I've put between Hulk and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. So it's not as good as Fantastic Four, but it's definitely better than Hulk and Iron Man 2, Batman and Robin, Superman 4, Quest for Peace.
Yeah, I don't really saw any of the old Superman. I just saw the first one. That was it.
Oh man, you're missing out on Superman 2. But that's the latest story. That is my favourite Superman film. Better than Man of Steel, and you know how much I love Man of Steel. Although in this list, I think I've actually got Man of Steel above it, but there's a reason why. But I won't get into now. So Superman 4 Quest for Peace, the worst thing is the Atomic Man, the villain that Lex creates from the sun to be Superman's villain. But the first half an hour of this film is actually about Superman's decision of whether or not to destroy all of the nuclear weapons on Earth, so we don't have nuclear warfare. And that alone is why I've put it above quite a few films on my list, because that's a very serious subject matter that they deal with in this film, and I just found it incredibly interesting.
And it was still during the Cold War period, yeah. So
yeah,
it was the thing.
And what got me was like this little kid had written a note to Superman saying, "Can you please destroy all the weapons?" And he meets the kid, and it's all public. It's like, and he knows that he shouldn't interfere. Like it should be up to
the men decide what they want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, like Superman understands, like politically, it's not something that he should interfere with. He's there to protect people as much as he can, but he doesn't want to be someone that's taking the future into his own hands. He's not a dictator, but he does ultimately does destroy them, and I think that's what actually births Atomic Man. I can't really remember now. Other than that, the special effects are kind of crappy.
Yeah, they cut the budget. They slashed the budget quite a lot for that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch really closely, there's lots of reused
images from the other movies before,
and just in general in the same film they reuse the same thing quite a lot. When Superman's flying towards something, you'll have like the camera and Superman flying towards the camera, and they use that shot about 4 or 5 times throughout the film. Yeah. As the
rumors that there was a lot of problems when they were shooting that movie as well, yeah? From budget cuts to some actors that didn't like to come back.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
A lot of issues with that movie. That's
I haven't even seen the film, but you know, like a bit of its backstory.
I know the story, yeah.
That's cool. So, like I say, like there are good things and there are bad things about this film. It's not...
Yeah. Okay, anyway, Chris...
It's not great, but it was
great
good.
With the Superman, yeah.
So, we've got another 4 films to talk about.
Okay, next one.
And the next one is Kick-Ass 2.
Another movie that I saw once.
You've seen one? You saw Jim Carrey as the sort of...
Yeah, the father of the small girl, yeah.
No. He was like a new age hero.
Was he?
Yeah, and he ends up dying anyway. I think does he die? Something like that. No. Nick Cage plays the dad to Hit Girl.
Yeah,
we're talking about Kick-Ass 2, not Kick-Ass 1. He dies in the first one, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Bad man, or he looks like Batman, basically, doesn't he?
It's another movie that I didn't.
Big Daddy, he kills himself, I think.
I never paid much attention to Kick-Ass, to be honest.
No?
No, I saw once.
Oh man, if you know, with all the comic book heroes, superhero stuff, it's worth giving Kick-Ass, at least the first one, another chance. This second one was a bit of a disappointment. It was funny, but it wasn't nearly as good as the first one. The first one was... It's a lot higher up on my list, as you'll find out eventually. We've got Priest Almighty playing in the background on mute, and I absolutely love this film. Hey, Jeff.
Still prefer Scott Pilgrim's Against the World.
Oh, you know what? That's not even on there, and that's a good film actually. I don't even.
You have Captain America on it.
Yeah, there's quite a few obscure comic book movies like 30 Days of Night, which is another comic book movie that is not on my list. I think it's more, I'm trying to say superhero comic book.
I think that Jeff is trying to connect with you.
It's meowing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jeff is officially on the podcast now.
Okay, I'm going chuchu. No, go on, go chuchu. Okay. You know what? I can't really remember Kick-Ass 2 all that well. That's how forgettable it is.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to Kick-Ass 3 to finish the story. I'm pretty sure in the comic book movie he actually dies.
I don't remember.
No, but they were going to do a Kick-Ass 3. Kick-Ass 2 was good. From what I remember, it was good. It just wasn't as good as the first one. And I do want a third one to bring it full circle, but I doubt we'll ever see that.
Okay, move on.
Yeah, move on. Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a film, you know. Yeah?
It's very good.
Nicolas Cage one, yeah?
Yeah? Which one are you talking about? Because there is like 3.
No, there's 2.
The one where
Spirit
he's pissing off fire is the...
That's the second one. That's terrible, and that's not even on my list. Okay, absolutely. I got bored in that film 10 minutes in, and I turned it off.
No, I
like the first one.
I entered the movie until the scene where he's pissing off literally fire.
No, I watched it. I watched it because you had it on here, and I watched that scene, and I watched some other bits, and I can kind of see why it's somewhat interesting, but
no, it's a stupid movie. The
second
one
boring.
It's
not even a stupid movie. It's just boring.
But the first one, though,
who cares what's happening?
The first one, though, was very nice.
The first one was cool. Yeah, that had a lot of...
It was from the 2000s, yeah? 99 or 2000?
No, 2006-ish, yeah. 2005. Yeah,
but the special effects on that thing still hold up a little bit. Not the villain.
The villain's special effects were kind of crappy, but him turning into a skull face, or the Ghost Rider, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about that film is probably the villains.
I think that you are mistaken. I think there is 3 Ghost Riders, bro.
There are.
The
There's
first
2.
one is him against the devil.
Nicolas
Yeah?
Cage has only got 2 Ghost Rider films.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Where the one where he fights the elemental guys?
That's the second one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and then he's fighting...
So the one where he's trying to save the boy from...
That's the second one. And I haven't even seen the film properly, and I don't know that. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah. It just feels like a different film halfway through because he starts fighting somebody supernatural in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I took more in from that film than when you had it on like in the background the other week. Yeah. This first one is good anyway. The worst thing about it is the villain, like the devil's son or whatever his name is, that comes and fights him at the end. Outside of that, it's pretty badass. He's badass at taking the souls.
Kind of like the old Ghost Rider when he gets into the horse and the horse gets on flames as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the backstory of the old one, wasn't it? Yeah,
No, he helps him in the final battle. You don't remember the movie, bro?
Maybe not.
He hides on
I don't remember that part.
He hides on the cemetery.
Or
And
is
we
that the
found
ending of
out
the second
that
one?
the guy that is taking care of the cemetery used to be the previous Ghost Rider. He has only one more.
I'll have to rewatch it one time.
He has only one more go as the Ghost Rider, and then that's it for him.
Oh, and then he dies.
Mm-hmm.
I do kind of remember that. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it. But yeah, the best thing is actually Nick Cage. I mean, I think he's the reason why most films that he's in are good because of him. Even when he's like the worst thing in the film, he's usually the best thing as well. Like
it can go very good or very bad. Yeah, like City of Angels. I love him in City of Angels.
That's a great film. That's one my mum loves. No, I was going to say Wicker Man is supposedly his worst film, but
it's good. I like that movie. Seriously,
it doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
And then he's like, my eyes.
Well, I think that...
And they're not even on his eyes yet.
I didn't have much to work with as well, yeah.
It was so bizarre film.
But that's the thing
Raising
about
Arizona, that's a good one.
Say again?
Raising Arizona.
I never saw that one.
No, when they can't make a baby and then they steal one. And then they're like raising a kid. I think it's Con Air. Okay, you must know that one.
Con Air, I know,
yeah. That's one of Face Off. That's another great Nick Cage film.
I kind of take the face.
But yeah, Ghost Rider, I dug it. Whatever.
I would like to see him in the MCU.
What, Nick Cage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because he's not old enough to be the Ghost Rider.
Do you think he would play a good Joker for the DC?
No, he's too... Yeah, probably.
He could be, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Hi. I don't know. Yeah, so moving on from Ghost Rider, we're going to move on to the last 2 films that we're going to talk about, and they're fairly recent.
No.
Yeah. So above the Ghost Rider, but not quite as good as the majority of other films, is X-Men Dark Phoenix.
It was a shame what they did with the X-Men, yeah. They should finish the X-Men on Fox with Logan.
Well, no, it could also be New Mutants.
They are thinking about releasing it.
No, they are. They've just had to postpone it because of the pandemic going on in the world at the moment.
Yeah, better be safe than sorry, yeah?
Yeah. But...
that movie is literally cursed.
It is.
It is the third time that he's going for release date. And it's postponed by some.
I'm pretty sure that they are going to release it. They just because of the virus at the moment, they are postponing it. That's fair enough. But the film is cursed, yes, because it's been postponed for so long now, and I am actually really excited to see it.
But what, 4 years at least?
Yeah, I mean it was supposed to come out in 2017, I think maybe
after Logan, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't connected to Logan.
I know it.
And they reckon it's actually now going to be the first mutant MCU movie.
So they're gonna link that one that was done on Fox with the MCU.
Probably.
I want to pay out. I'm gonna connect the things. Yeah.
I mean, to be quite honest with you, I like what
Good thing
Fox
about
has
that
done
is
with the Marvel.
good thing about
Mutants.
that is you're gonna have the actors that did Arya Stark on the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
She's always a win, right?
Yeah. And also the kid from Stranger Things, the guy that's photography, like Will Byers' brother, he's in it.
Good. Yeah, he's a mutant as well. Yeah.
But going back to Dark Phoenix, which was the initial,
Was a shame what it, because it was.
I don't even think it's actually that bad of a film, because there are elements in it that are incredible.
Pissed me off how they went from the Dark Phoenix story to Alien Invasion story or whatever.
No, that's kind of what the comic book did anyway. For at least one iteration of Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not that knowledgeable of Phoenix, the character, but I do know that the whole sci-fi science, there is like an alien thing to it.
She's an alien force of nature, if you want, yeah.
And she's never fully a villain, I don't believe.
Yeah, she is. She wants to kill everyone.
Yeah, but they couldn't do that though, because it's Jean Grey. But the fact that they killed Mystique was kind of sucky.
Because, yeah.
Though saying that, I didn't really love Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique as well.
On the first movie, she was okay. In the First Class, I think it was the best Mystique that we had with Jennifer.
The first film, First Class.
First Class is awesome.
And I did like her in Days of Future Past, but in Apocalypse in this film, it was like, I don't really care about you.
Apocalypse, no one remembers about that movie.
Yeah, actually, I've got that higher than this.
I'm actually quite surprised it's not on the lowest of the low, yeah?
No, because there is one element of that film that I adore. And I'm not going to say now, because obviously it would be a spoiler. But, so I actually really like the action of this film.
Mm-hmm.
The action.
The fight train is cool.
And the acting I think is incredible as well.
There was only one thing missing in this movie.
What's that?
Was Wolverine.
Yeah. It wasn't even in for a single scene.
Of course not, because they finish.
No, I know, but they had him in there somewhere.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't at all in this movie. Since X-Men Apocalypse, Hugh Jackman didn't show up. Yeah,
and in Apocalypse, it was like they released him, didn't they? In the facility, he's running around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like a quick cameo, but
Apocalypse. But, it was a shame and whatever. So yeah, I mean, like the good thing is about Dark Phoenix is the acting and the action, and the story is just a bit meh for me.
It's a little bit messy.
What about you? I mean, any other things that?
I didn't care about the movie at all.
But it was good action.
Was good action, yeah. Especially the fight in the train was awesome, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Okay. So yeah, let's move on to the last film that I think is better than this film. But I think it's better than all the films that we've talked about in this ranked list so far. And I think it's actually a pretty weak MCU movie, and that is Captain Marvel.
You are completely biased against Captain Marvel.
I'm not.
You are.
Oh no! Wait, are we talking about a Shazam Captain Marvel? Oh no, this should be really high. Actually, that's.
So exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, you are completely biased.
Look, Goose is cool. I like Goose and Samuel L. Jackson.
I would prefer if they called him actually Chewbacca. Yeah.
Yeah, like the comic books, and that's another reason why this film sucks. Because it's not even like they don't even do the coolest thing about Captain Marvel.
What, the cat?
Yeah.
No, not the cat. Sorry.
Well, no, the cat is
what
cool.
Is the race of the
Vextrillion something or another? Ventrillion.
Actually, I had a theory about Goose.
Right. What? Oh, before Endgame.
Yeah, before Endgame. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that Goose was gonna swallow the goblet with all the stones.
Look, that would have been an awesome setup, but they failed.
And then you have Thanos chasing Goose all around the field. Got me a pussy.
What? No, he wouldn't sound like it's like, come here, pussy.
Called Obsidian trying to chase him as well.
What are you doing, cat? No, it's a Russian now. I'm doing a Russian accent. What am I doing? Well, the best thing about this film is the scrolls. Like, hands down, and the story about the scrolls.
It was completely twist. Yeah, no one was expecting that at all.
They made the scrolls the good guys, or the not the good guys, but at least you sympathise with them, which isn't what the comic book. They were really liberal with the stories in the MCU.
Let's make this way.
But it was good.
Not all the humans are good.
No.
Not all the humans are bad.
Same
so
as
potentially the same for Skrulls, yeah? Not all the Skrulls are bad guys, yeah?
But in general, Skrulls are usually the bad guys.
I know. But probably you meet now the good ones, and you're gonna...
Or a few good ones.
A few good ones, yeah? And you're gonna meet the bad ones in the near future. Secret Invasion, everyone?
I kind of enjoyed how Nick Fury lost his eye, but it was also really stupid as well.
That's why it was so funny, yeah? Because everyone was expecting,
actually, you know what? I hate it. No, I absolutely hate it because he scratches his eye. Like, that could happen to you with Jeff. Now you're going to wear an eye patch because he's just scratched your eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Yeah, but that is not a normal cat as well, yeah.
But if the cat was just hungry and ate the eye, that would have been... I would have enjoyed it more then.
I wanted to see a tentacle coming out from his mouth and...
Yeah. I don't know. But I don't know. Oh, and how he comes up with the Avengers Initiative. The Avengers Initiative.
Yeah, that was cheesy as fuck, yeah.
Because it was on a dog tag or whatever. The
Carol
Danvers Avenger. Oh, just cringe. It's as bad as DC with all the video footage when they were introducing the Justice League and Batman v Superman. Like, it's just lazy. But whatever. The best thing is the cat.
I think they had to rush the movie because they needed to present the character before Endgame. But to be honest, the only thing that she did on Endgame was to destroy the ship.
Yeah.
Basically.
And get headbutted and even like phaser, but whatever. No, okay. So the best thing is the cat Goose. He was cool. I did like Goose, and I did like the Skrulls. And Brie Larson also. This is definitely not her best acting. The best acting from her I've seen is Room. Incredible film. And I even liked her in 21 Jump Street in the comedy parts that she's done. But my least favourite thing about Captain Marvel is actually the character.
I know, that's why I'm saying that you are biased against
it. But the character is so crap. It's just so, like, it's the most generic way of getting superpowers. And the way they do it is like, oh, it's like really big, but it's really not. And it doesn't even make sense that much.
What, an explosion from an...
Yeah, why her? Why was she the only one that like absorbed it all? Like, there's got to be some sort of
explanation in the future.
Yeah, like the Flash. He doesn't get just hit by lightning. He's doused in chemicals, and let's say like those chemicals mixed in a certain way with the electricity, and that's how he got his powers. Why did she, in the explosion, the only one that got?
Because she was embalmed with the blood from Captain Marvel as well.
Was she?
Yeah. She had some green stuff on her. Rewatch that scene again.
Okay, I will rewatch it. Yeah. I mean, I've only seen it like twice.
I think they underutilized the villain. Oh, sorry, not the villain, the actor.
Do you know what?
Jude Law is...
Oh, yeah, you know...
He's too amazing to be shown in a movie and killed off, yeah?
He was an interesting character. How they beat him, or how she beats him, was kind of like...
Oh, it was funny, come on.
What?
What, you thought this was going to be a fist fight?
Yeah, it's cringy. What the... Like, but that as a hero shows that she can't fist fight. She relies on her powers. And you can say that same way about Superman.
All superheroes, yeah. You
No,
don't see Bruce
Batman.
Banner
Batman. Or
because he has
Superman.
no superpowers.
Exactly. But Barry Allen, he has to go through training. He has to hone his powers. You can't just get powers and then
Sorry.
you can't just get powers and then be like a master at them. You've got to practice at them.
And she was practicing.
I guess
All
so.
those scenes where she was training with the Kree.
I guess so. I just it's just the character. The character's origin is just blah, and I just see her as like a lesser form of Supergirl. I mean, Supergirl is cooler than her as a character, and she's got somebody else's character's name. And in Marvel, she's not actually the true or the original Captain Marvel.
I know you should be a guy, yeah?
No. That was going to be Marvel, which was what Jude Law's character is. But you know the young girl, the little black girl?
Mm-hmm.
She was the original Marvel character actually called Captain Marvel. But then they stripped her of that title and then put it in with this whole alien superhero thing with the superpowers and made Captain Marvel the leader of Marvel. That it's been Marvel as the comic books. It's been their agenda to make Captain Marvel the front and center character of Marvel because she's got the Marvel name.
She will never beat. She will never beat.
She'll never beat Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
No.
Or
He
Captain America.
is Marvel,
or...
and you don't need Marvel in your superhero name to be the front and center of Marvel.
Yep.
Just like, yeah, okay, it's DC and it's Detective Comics because Detective Comics was more popular and Batman is more popular, but Superman is always the forefront of the DC because he was the original superhero. He is Superman, the Superman.
Saying that though, Spider-Man is not the original. The first one, yeah.
No, I know, but he is the most popular. But nobody beats Spider-Man. I dare you to challenge me. With
Spider-Man.
Try and tell me Hulk is better than Spider-Man.
Hulk is stronger than Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, I didn't say stronger. I said better.
No, he's not better. As a character, he's not better, obviously, yeah.
No, Peter Parker is one of the best characters in the world.
Hulk is like a nuclear
and he's
weapon
a mixture
that
of like Flash and Superman.
Hulk is like a nuclear weapon that you point to someone to destroy, and that's it. It doesn't have a character.
Have a ship. We have nuclear missile. We have Hulk.
We have a Hulk.
I have an army.
Okay.
We have Hulk.
Anything else, Mr. David?
No. I like the movie Captain Marvel. I just don't like the character. Maybe she could sway me in the sequel.
I like it
which
because
apparently
of all
Wolverine's
the...
going to be in.
I
Wolverine might be in the sequel.
Yeah, good.
With Spider-Man. You're going to have Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Captain Marvel in the sequel, Captain Marvel.
I like it because of all the 90s nostalgia as well, yeah?
Yeah, me too. I grew up in the 90s, man. That still doesn't change the fact that a character's crap, but whatever.
Okay. So I will be happier if they call her something else instead of Captain Marvel?
Oh, God, yeah. Please, give Captain Marvel his name.
Not Supernova, no, because there is a Supernova character on Marvel.
Throughout Shazam, he was calling him Captain Sparkle Fingers and Captain Thunder and all that. And it's like, no, his real name's Captain Marvel.
No, it's not, because he lost the suit, yeah?
No, he
lost in real life. Not talking about comics, yeah?
It was just the fact that Marvel stole the name. They stole the name.
No, they went to court and they won.
No, they stole it and then won because it was legal. It was a legal stealing.
Okay, let's not carry on with this one, yeah. Okay, so that was our list for this week. We're going to probably carry on one of the next episodes.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to do part 5 of part 5. Part 5.
And we are almost hitting the half of the list, yeah?
No?
No?
Maybe a third.
What?
Yeah,
There's not that many.
it's gonna probably be about part 15 or so. There's quite a few films.
Okay, so thank you very much for listening to us.
Yes, guys. Thank you, and hope you enjoyed the show.
And stay safe.
Yeah, take it easy, and peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye.